Hey guys, welcome to the beginning of my bi-weekly vlogs, I guess you can call it. In case you missed this special announcement, I'm now going to be making vlogs every Monday and Friday. Today I'm actually filming, this is going to be posted on a Monday, but I'm filming it on a Saturday night. And it's like midnight right now, hence the weird lighting, and I'm not in front of the window. And look, you get to see a different angle of Eden's room for once. So hope you enjoy this glorious view. I asked you guys what kind of videos you wanted to see. The two that I got the most of were a breastfeeding update and the Q&A video with David. So right now I'm going to give you the breastfeeding update, and on Friday I'm doing the video with David, which means if you have any questions for us, put them in the comments below or comment on Facebook. My Facebook link's down below, or message me, or whatever other ways you have to contact me. Let me know your questions and we will answer them all. I mean, I'm probably not going to get, unless I get an astounding amount of questions, in other words, I'll be able to answer them all. So ask away. So let's talk breasts, shall we? Breastfeeding, that is. For those of you that are perverts or think I'm a pervert. Not really, just a new mom. Breastfeeding is going really well. For those that do not know, as soon as Eden was born, the very first thing that she did when they handed her to me was this. She was looking for the boob right away. No, hi mom, how are you? Or thanks for brewing me for 9 months, or great to see you too. No, none of that. It was just straight to this general vicinity. I was truly amazed at the fact that she knew exactly what to do. I know babies just naturally know what to do, but I was seriously just in awe. And I was thankful too, with having a rough pregnancy and then just a really long labor and delivery. I was so happy that there was one thing that came easy for us, and that was the breastfeeding. I'm so glad that I didn't have any issues like that in the hospital or anything like that. So I know that the things that I'm dealing with, a lot of you can't relate to, or you haven't dealt with, because maybe your baby didn't latch on right away, or you tried to breastfeed and it didn't work out. I'm not against moms who formula feed. I'm not for 100% breastfeeding. Like, I believe in breastfeeding and I think it's great for your kid. I don't force it down anyone's throat or anything like that. Everybody has their own method of parenting, and that comes true with feeding too. So no judgments here. She's still feeding pretty much around the clock, every hour. Yeah, it gets kind of tiring. She's 11 weeks today. No, yesterday. She turned 11 weeks. So almost at the 3-month mark. I've heard that once it gets to 3 months, it kind of slows down from there, and they're not as attached all the time. Her feeding time usually is every hour, and it lasts about 20 minutes each time. Sometimes longer or sometimes shorter. It kind of depends on her mood, and sometimes she just falls asleep. Actually, the majority of the time when she's done, she'll let me know because she'll fall asleep in my arms. And then I can't move her to her bed because she's such a light sleeper. So like as soon as I pick her up to move her, she'll wake up and start crying again. So it's kind of like a process, breastfeeding her and having her like be satisfied. I have to sometimes just let her sleep in my arms for a while so she doesn't wake up or freak out or realize, what's going on. So yeah, I think she definitely uses that as like a comfort thing, and she's not always hungry. She just likes to be close to me and, just feel like she's close to me. She does the cutest thing in the world when she's eating lately. It's like her new thing. She has to do it. She grabs my hand and she like hold it tight, and that's like another comfort thing for her, I think, because sometimes she like can't even fall asleep while eating unless she's holding my hand, and it's so adorable. But the first time she like started doing it, like I realized that she was doing it consistently, so I knew it wasn't like an accident or whatever. But I would just like start to cry and get tears in my eyes. I'm like, she's so sweet. She's not gonna stay little forever. She's so cute. It's just such a special like bonding experience. It really is. It's like a beautiful thing. I'm not gonna lie, I have given her formula 1 or 2 times. I wanted to try it out. I wanted to see how she would react to it. In addition to, breastfeeding, I bottle feed as well. I pump and bottle feed. And then in addition to breast milk, I wanted her to try formula. I wanted to see how she would react to it, just in case we ever needed it. And she did great. She does great on the bottle. She does great on the breast. She does great with breast milk. She does great with formula. I mean, all around, she's just a really good eater. Because I feel like she like just never gets full though. She like eats around the clock. But her pediatrician says she's getting enough, and because of the fact that she's not even 3 months old yet, and I'm pretty sure she's already like 13 pounds, I think she's doing pretty good. People ask me how much I can pump, usually in ounces, and it's usually around 4 to 5 ounces, and that's like if I go like all night without feeding her, and then I wake up in the morning and I pump. Because that's usually the time that I pump. I pump like once a day or whatever. She is sleeping throughout the night. So she sleeps like 7 hours throughout the night now. So I don't wake her up. I don't do anything. I'll just pump. Like if I need to like release or whatever, I'll pump and I'll get it out, and then I'll keep the bottle for later, or I'll store it. I'm trying to get like a good storage going on right now because David and I are planning on a trip in October. So I know that's a long time away, but I'm already like kind of worried about it because I'm like, I'm gonna be away from her for like 3 days, 4 days. So I want to make sure she has enough milk. Breastfeeding in public. Interesting question. Actually, somebody asked me this for the Q&A video for me and David, so maybe I shouldn't answer it and I should just keep it for the video. But I guess it really has nothing to do with like our marriage, so I guess I'll just share it here. Breastfeeding in public was extremely awkward at first. Extremely. Yeah. It really was. Okay, you have this new baby and she's crying like all the time, and trust me, when you first like have your kid and they're like screaming, you are so stressed out. I seriously think my back went like out of whack in like the first day because I was just always like hunched over feeding her, or like stressed out, and I was tense and I was, you know, worried all the time. And I'm not gonna lie with you, like sometimes I'm still like that. I just think I've like gotten used to it a little better, but it really is like stressful when your baby's crying and you don't know what to do about it. So I'd bring her into public places like restaurants worst. And you know, everybody thinks it's adorable and they think her cry is like so cute because she's little and she sounds like a velociraptor. But I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna shut my kid up? I need to shut my kid up because everyone's looking at me and everyone's probably thinking, shut your kid up. Because that's what I used to think about people's kids, but I don't think the majority of people actually think that about your kid. I think they actually think that they're cute. But you know, you're just paranoid and freaked out. I have a nursing cover. It's in the washing machine right now, or else I'd show you. I got it on this website where you don't have to pay for it. You just pay for free shipping. I don't remember what it's called. But they also do like the car seat canopies. And they do something else. I don't remember. And it just, you know, goes on over here. Then it has like a thing. And it kind of pops out here so you can see your baby. And that works really well. At first it was really awkward and I just couldn't get the hang of it. Now it's just more simple. Like I sometimes time myself to see how fast I can get her to like be quiet. So, you know, in the beginning it literally took like 20 minutes just to get the cover on, and then like figure out how I'm gonna lift my shirt up to get myself out for her to eat. And yeah, it's whatever. Now it's just like bam, 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 you know? It's a faster process now. You get the hang of it as you go along. I'm sure if I have like more than one kid down the road, then I'll be like even faster with it. I think, you know, you just get that badge of honor with each child you have, and with each month you have them longer. Actually, a really funny story. David and I, you know, lead worship for a living, basically. And we went to this one church, and we were in the middle of practice, and she was hungry. And she was like 4 weeks old. So what did I do? I just stood there holding her with the cover in one arm, and I had the microphone in the other hand, and I was just like blah, 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 blah. It must have been like a really funny sight for everybody else, and I actually think that some of the guys were like a little uncomfortable because they were like starting to get like fidgety and stuff. And I was like, and then I started getting uncomfortable because I was like, oh my gosh, what if they're uncomfortable with it? You know, I just started to like worry what they thought. Now it's like, look, the child's hungry. I want to make her not hungry. So if you got a problem with it, so long. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Breastfeeding is vital and important, and people who find it to be awkward either don't have a kid themselves, or yeah, that's probably the only scenario. They don't have a kid themselves. So you'll get used to it. If you're breastfeeding right now and you feel awkward about it, it will get easier. Just know, you know, take a deep breath, calm down, breathe, know that you're doing a good job, and just know that you are giving your baby what they need. If you can't get it right away, it's okay. Just calm down. It'll be okay. I can't stress that enough, because every time that somebody would say that to me, like, you're doing a great job, or, you know, calm down, it's gonna be okay, or take a breather. Like that really helped me relax. And your baby can sense that, and it can sense you being tense, you know. And when you're trying to breastfeed, the best way to do it is to relax. I mean, you're gonna be doing it for the next 20 to 30 minutes, sometimes longer. So, you know, prop a pillow up, or, you know, chair, and sit however that's comfortable. Which reminds me, the boppy pillow is an absolute lifesaver. I think I might have put that in my newborn must-haves video. I think I said something about it. But I use it all the time. All the time. It's really nifty for cars because David has a really small car, and so I'm like really squished. So when I put that up there, it's a lot easier to feed her in the car. And yes, I do break the law, and I take her out of her car seat to feed her. I'm sorry, but I can't drive with a screaming baby in the car. It really upsets me and freaks me out. And no, I'm not behind the wheel or anything. David's driving. I'm just in the back seat with her. I realize that she screams and cries on every single trip we go on. Like every single one. So I have to be in the back seat with her. In case she starts crying, I can just grab her and feed her that way. And once again, I used to care what the car next to me thought when we pulled up at that red light and they saw me nursing her, and they had that awkward face of like, you know, the double take that people do, like, and then they try to make it look like they're not looking, and they're like, but you really, you know, deep inside they're like judging you. Yeah, I used to care about those people. I don't really care anymore. So when your baby's hungry, feed them. They're demanding. You're pretty much on their schedule. That's what being a new mom is all about. It's hard sometimes because sometimes you feel like that's your only purpose is to nurse them all day long. I mean, it's exhausting. It really is sometimes. But you have to know that in the end, it's the best thing for your baby, and it is like gonna, you know, reap. The benefits are gonna reap, you know. I think I covered everything. She's doing great. She's healthy. She's happy. I got off of gluten and dairy, which completely changed her. I mean, I'll talk about it more in her 3-month update next week or the week after. But just kind of in a nutshell, my pediatrician recommended me to get off dairy and gluten because she was an extremely fussy baby, for those of you that didn't know. And I would literally put her down and she would scream. It was really taking a toll on me. And I wasn't sure if it was just like her being a newborn, but my pediatrician said it was very abnormal. So he told me to get off of these. And ever since I got off, she has been like a completely different baby, like completely. So anyway, I'll talk about that more in her 3-month update. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. If you guys have any questions for me as far as like breastfeeding goes or anything, just comment below. I respond to everybody, or I try to. Sorry if I haven't responded to you. So leave a comment and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching, guys. And remember, on Friday, I will be having the Q&A video with David. So post any questions, comments, whatever. Thanks so much, guys, and have a great week.